While San Antonio's violent and property crimes decrease, one serious crime does not. Longtime backers give up on San Antonio Light Rail. And a March trial date is set for dueling portraits of a San Antonio historical figure. This is your Express Briefing podcast for Tuesday, February 12th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. New data shows last year major crimes in San Antonio decreased across the board with one major exception. The San Antonio Police Department says it received 71,125 reports of major crimes in 2018, a 17% decrease from the year prior. The numbers include homicide, rape, robbery, aggravated assault, burglary, larceny, theft, and motor vehicle theft. The only offense that saw an increase last year was rape, a crime that has been on the rise since 2015. Last year, there were 1,346 rapes in San Antonio, a 6% increase from 2017. SAPD Chief William McManus credits the department's continued efforts to apprehend known criminals and enhance community engagement with the decrease in major crimes, noting 2018 was the second consecutive year of an overall crime decline. Chief McManus notes the Violent Crime Task Force, established in 2017 following drastic increases in homicides and violent crime that puzzled police officials, has drastically reduced crime by focusing on repeat offenders rather than the previous strategy of focusing on crime hotspots. Just before Christmas last year, the nonprofit transportation study group Connect SA unwrapped a glossy 25-page, 4,000-word report that proposed several new transportation options for the nation's seventh-largest city over the next 3 decades, noting that San Antonio needs a long list of transportation options, including bus rapid transit, trackless trams, e-scooters, and more bike paths and HOV lanes. But absent from the report was any serious discussion of light rail, a reliable but expensive technology that, despite twice failing to attract San Antonio voters, moves people in Dallas, Houston, Denver, Phoenix, Seattle, and throughout the developed world. The local transportation debate has been complex and polarized, with light rail voted down in 2000, and more recently in 2015, when a charter amendment required a similar election for any future such proposal. Mayor Ron Nirenberg was an advocate of light rail as recently as 2016, but after the Connect SA report was released in December, he called the idea a technology of the past, noting that even a 2-mile train across downtown would cost $250 million. Nirenberg promises this year Connect SA will hold at least 100 community meetings in anticipation of a November 2020 citywide referendum aimed to spell out transportation options and determine a funding mechanism for most of those ideas. Mayor Nirenberg says that while the city is currently stuck with a bus-only approach to mass transit, its decision almost 20 years ago to not make a massive investment in light rail may one day look advantageous. And even Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolff, a tireless rail devotee for decades, now reluctantly agrees, suggesting that big American cities can no longer build new light rail systems due to reduced funding under the Trump administration and Republican state legislatures. The current discussion promises to get even more heated as Mayor Nirenberg campaigns for re-election in May against Councilman Greg Brockhouse, who says he supports bus rapid transit and fuller VIA funding, and while he's not entirely opposed to light rail, says city government should still support gas-powered vehicles that offer an inexpensive way for people to travel. And a jury may soon be asked to settle a family feud over 2 competing portraits of an influential Texas pioneer who served as mayor of San Antonio in years preceding the 1836 Battle of the Alamo. A lawsuit filed by a group of descendants says the official composite portrait of José Miguel de Arciniega was unveiled in 2013, based on research by Donna de Leon, who invested at least $15,000 into investigating the history of the historical figure. De Leon is president of the José Miguel Arciniega Descendants Society, which is suing another descendant who hired a second artist to create a different composite portrait. Since there are no known paintings or photographs that were made of Arciniega before he died in 1849, one of the key issues in the case is which composite portrait is a more historically accurate rendering. The case had been set to go to trial Monday, but was reset for March 18th. And that's your daily San Antonio Express briefing for Tuesday, February 12th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts.